Taiwan just experienced a 7.4 magnitude earthquake on April 3rd, the strongest in 25 years. New Jersey was also struck with a 4.8 magnitude earthquake 2 days later. If you live in California like I do, we're actually at a high risk of having strong earthquakes because we're on the San Andreas Fault. Through talking with lots of people, I've realized that many have absolutely no idea at all what to do when an earthquake happens or how to prepare for an earthquake. So in this video, I'll share about how to be prepared for an earthquake, what to do during an earthquake, and what I have in my emergency kit. First of all, when you start feeling the shake, stay calm and don't panic. Just remember 3 things: drop, cover, and hold. You want to drop to the floor so your center of mass is low and you're more stable. For cover, make sure you protect your head and your neck. Stay away from the windows because the glass might shatter or anything that might fall. Seek shelter under sturdy desks or tables. And then hold. If you're under a desk, hold onto the desk so the desk doesn't move while it's shaking and you make sure you're covered. The most important thing that you need to remember is do not run while it's still shaking, because there might be things falling down and you might be hit by something. After it stops shaking, if it's safe for you to move around, go through the evacuation route and get to somewhere safe. By safe, I mean to get away from tall buildings, utility wires, or sinkholes. Even though the shaking has stopped, there might still be things falling from the buildings or damaged utility wires that might cause fire or other dangers. Remember to still protect your head at all times. Also, there's a reason you should always maintain an active lifestyle even when there's no earthquakes. Because when an earthquake happens, do not take the elevator. Always take the stairs. If it's a strong earthquake, aftershocks might still happen a few hours or a few days later, so don't let your guard down. In the last part of this video, I wanted to share what I pack in my emergency kit. I have this red waterproof backpack. Obviously, it doesn't have to be red or waterproof. You can use any bag you have. But I chose this one just because it's red, it's easy to spot in an emergency. And also it's waterproof, so in case it rains, I won't get everything wet. In a backpack, I have some bottled water and some energy bars. These are super important because in an emergency, if you're evacuating, you do need to make sure you're hydrated and you have some energy. Pack any non-perishable food that you like in here that's easy to eat. I also have some clothing, towels, and toiletries. Make sure there's a jacket in there because you want to stay warm in an emergency. You should also have a flashlight in case it's dark and you can't see anything. I have a headlamp which gets the same thing done. Also, make sure you have a portable battery. Mine is solar powered just because I think it's cool, and in the case that I can't charge it, at least I still have solar power. It doesn't have to be solar, but you need a portable battery. And if your portable battery doesn't come with a built-in cable, make sure you have the cable. Otherwise, this would just be a brick you're carrying around. I also have a compass with me just so I can know the directions, and hand sanitizer because you might not be able to wash your hands in that emergency. And then last but not least, I have a first aid kit as well. It doesn't have to be a fancy first aid kit, but just some necessities in there. If you do take prescription medications or wear contacts, make sure to pack some extras as well. Every once in a while, you should check your emergency kit just to make sure that your food and water isn't expired, your first aid kit and medicine are still in good shape, and also everything that needs to be charged, like your portable battery, headlamps, flashlights, everything should be fully charged and functioning. If you have more space in your emergency kit, just for fun, you can also pack some jigsaw puzzles in there so that you won't get bored in the event that you have to leave your house for a couple days. I keep my emergency kit close to the exit just so I can grab them on my way out. These emergency kits are super important, not just for earthquakes, but also for fires or any event that you need to evacuate. Earthquakes are very hard to predict. You don't know when they're coming and you don't know how serious they'll be. But by making yourself well prepared, you're giving yourself a higher chance of survival. If you want to help those in Taiwan that were affected by the earthquake by making a donation, I'll put some information in the description for some different channels you can donate through. You want to make sure the money you're donating is actually being put into use and helping those in need.